Yo, what's up guys? It's Jeff and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with iOS 14.2 as we do now have a GM version released to developers, which fixes some really annoying bugs we've had in the past couple of betas. Now, specifically with this GM version being released today, which is Friday, I do expect to see a final release of iOS 14.2 maybe next week. So definitely stay tuned for more news on that release. Guys, go check out AnyTrans. I actually just used it recently to upgrade from my iPhone 11 Pro Max to the new iPhone 12 Pro, and it was actually a super easy transition. Typically at this time of year when it comes to upgrading to a new device, I'm always worried about what data might be lost or how long that process of transferring so much data from one phone to another will actually take. But using AnyTrans this year made everything super easy by using their one-click cloning process, which transferred all of my data and settings from my old device to my new one. Now, past that super awesome feature where you can just transfer all of your data from one phone to the next, there's actually a ton of other features as well. One that I've specifically been using lately is their file transfer feature, which allows you to take so many different file types and transfer them to your iDevice from your desktop or laptop computers. So recently, I've actually been using AnyTrans as kind of like my mini Finder app on my Mac by just transferring different types of documents and video files over to my iPhone directly. For example, I transferred music, podcasts, PDFs, video files, and I even use AnyTrans to transfer software to my iPhone so I can use it on another computer in the house. So guys, clearly there are a ton of use case scenarios with AnyTrans, and it just makes life a whole lot easier knowing that you can use this program both on Mac and PC to manage your iDevice and ensure that nothing is lost when dealing with sensitive data. So if you guys are looking for a super easy to use and reliable all-in-one solution to backing up and managing your iDevice, check out AnyTrans in the video description down below. There's also a super cool giveaway that they are doing for a brand new iPhone 12, so check out that link so you don't miss out. Okay, so the major reason why we see a GM version on a Friday specifically, which is a really odd day by the way for an update, is because if you've been running the betas, you've likely come across this super annoying and extremely repetitive update message where your phone is telling you to update because there's an update available. This was just a bug, there was no update available, and this was in iOS 14.2 beta 4, and it seems like this beta update now solves that issue. So if you update to the GM version, that should solve that specific issue that we've been having for the past week now. Now, as for any other updates that have come with this specific GM version, I'm not. Okay, so first up, we do have new emojis in iOS 14.2. We saw this in the first beta, and on screen is actually a huge chart of exactly what's new and what to expect when it comes to these emojis. There's actually a ton of them, and I've asked any of you guys who are on the public or developer betas to just post your favorite new emoji that you like to use. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite emoji is. Of course, if you guys haven't updated to that new version of iOS 14.2, like let's say you're not on the developer or public betas, you actually won't be able to see those in the YouTube comments. So if you don't see anything there, just know that you probably need to update to actually see those. So with that said, you do need to update to actually use these new emoji and to see them maybe on Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. So if you are having any trouble seeing those, definitely go and update to iOS 14.2 when that release is out. Okay, so second up is new wallpapers in the Settings app, and I'll actually have a link as to where you can download and view these, but Apple's added a ton of new static wallpapers you can now use in iOS 14 and iOS 14.2 specifically, and these come in both light and dark themes, so you can actually use them on both modes, and they look really, really good. Again, I'll have these linked down below, but if you update to iOS 14.2, you should see them in the wallpapers menu under the static section. If you take a look at the control center now and then go into the media controls, the UI has definitely changed there. So definitely check that out. It's a little bit easier to work with, and also the controls have changed to sort of streamline the process of managing your media and also your AirPlay devices as well. So that's one of the last biggest changes that we see here in iOS 14.2. Now, those are just a few of the major new items coming to iOS 14.2, but there are also items like Intercom Support. So Intercom Support was just released at Apple's last event, and Intercom Support allows you to basically communicate through your HomePods in your home. So Intercom Support is now officially available in iOS 14.2. We also see Airpods optimized charging. So basically Apple is trying to prolong the battery life of your Airpods by providing more optimized charging for those devices. Now, we've also seen the Magnifier Controls basically allowed them to detect people through that new LiDAR sensor on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro that were just released. So you can use the Magnifier app to basically tell how far people are away from your phone, which I think is really, really cool and could help a lot of people with possible disabilities. Now, the iPhone 12 leather sleeve now has full support in iOS 14.2. And one last thing is the headphone audio level alerts that you'll now receive when you turn those alerts on. So basically, if your headphone audio is just a little bit too loud, you'll get an alert now in iOS 14.2. There's also a ton of fixes for bugs that we saw in iOS 14 and iOS 14.0.1, so definitely take a look at the build notes for iOS 14.2 to see exactly what has been fixed and what all is new in iOS 14.2. Again, this is the GM version, but typically the GM version is the same exact build that the official version is when that is ultimately released, so yeah, we're looking at the same thing. Now, speaking of that official version, I suspect that we should see that Monday, so definitely stay tuned for more news on that release. But my second guess would be that maybe this update should come after the release of maybe some of the new iPhones we should be seeing in the next few weeks, like the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 Mini. Of course, I don't have any inside information about that specifically, so just stay tuned to the channel and I'll update you guys when an official release comes out. So guys, that's just a short update on what's going on with iOS 14.2. But if you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest, definitely get subscribed and hit that notification bell button. Also, make sure to tune in for the iPhone 12 Pro Max and Mini reviews coming in the next few weeks. Those are some super exciting phones. I can't wait to get those in hand. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next video.